This is the guide we use for helping tourists avoid scams in the Philippines. Hello, and I am on a mission to uncover all the secrets that tourists need to know when visiting the beautiful Philippines. And one of those secrets pertains to avoiding scams, or as we like to call them, unwanted souvenirs that cost way more than they should. Now, as someone who has lived here all my life and has seen more tourist traps than I care to admit, I think I'm qualified to be your friendly neighborhood scam buster. So, buckle up, future Philippines explorer, as we dive into the world of Filipino hospitality and the occasional not-so-hospitable scam. You know, when I first started guiding tourists around our 7,641 islands, yes, we counted, the one thing that always broke my heart was seeing excited visitors fall for tricks that could have been easily avoided. I mean, have you ever tried explaining to your friends back home why you paid $50 for a genuine pearl necklace that turned out to be plastic? Not a pretty picture, right? Now imagine trying to enjoy your dream vacation with that sour taste in your mouth. Definitely not the sweet mango shake experience we want you to have. So let's talk about these sneaky scams. They're like the unwanted relatives of Philippine tourism, showing up uninvited and trying to ruin the party. But don't worry, I'm here to be your personal bodyguard against these party poopers. How do we do it? Well, it's all about being aware, staying smart, and remembering that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is unless we're talking about our beaches, because those really are that good. Today, I am going to share with you some of the most common scams you might encounter in the Philippines and how to avoid them. Because as it turns out, not all smiles are created equal. Some are genuinely warm and welcoming like most Filipinos you'll meet, while others might be hiding an agenda sneakier than a tarsier in a tree. I'm gonna show you something. Look at this scenario. You're walking down a busy street in Manila, enjoying the hustle and bustle, when suddenly a friendly local approaches you. They start chatting, asking where you're from, complimenting your bag, your shoes, your hair, basically everything short of asking for your hand in marriage. Before you know it, they're offering to show you around or take you to this amazing place they know. Sounds nice, right? Well, not always. This could be the start of a classic scam where you end up in an overpriced restaurant or shop with your new friend getting a hefty commission for bringing you there. Instead, here's what you should do: be polite but firm. Thank them for their offer, but let them know you have plans. If you really want local guidance, stick to licensed tour guides or recommendations from your hotel. It's like choosing between a random street vendor's mystery meat or a restaurant your friend swears by. Always go with the trusted option. But why does this happen? Well, it comes down to opportunity and, unfortunately, the actions of a few bad apples spoiling the bunch. Let me explain. The Philippines is a developing country with a significant wealth gap. Most people you'll meet are honest and hardworking, but there are those who see tourists as walking ATMs. They've learned that some visitors are easy targets, especially if they're overwhelmed by the new environment or too polite to say no. While most Filipinos are genuinely hospitable and want to help, it's important to keep your wits about you. It's like having a delicious bowl of sinigang. That's our sour soup, and it's amazing. You want to enjoy it, but you also need to watch out for those sneaky chili peppers that might set your mouth on fire. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of common scams and how to avoid them. Don't worry. Lines keep it light. I promise not to turn this into a horror story that lines make you want to cancel your trip. Oh wait, you've already booked your tickets. Well, good. Because you're going to have an amazing time, especially now that you'll be prepared. First up, we have the taxi scam. This is as classic as our adobo recipe, but not nearly as enjoyable. Some taxi drivers might try to overcharge you by not using the meter or taking a longer route. To avoid this, always insist on using the meter. If they refuse, find another taxi. Better yet, use ride-hailing apps like Grab, which are widely available in major cities. It's like choosing between a mystery box and a transparent container. Always go for the one where you can see what you're getting. Next, beware of the money changer hustle. Some less than honest money changers might try to shortchange you or use sleight of hand to give you less than you're owed. Always count your money carefully and use reputable money changers, preferably in malls or banks. And remember, just because someone can count money faster than a dealer in Vegas doesn't mean they're giving you a fair deal. Another common trick is that this attraction is closed, but I know a better one scam. A friendly local might tell you that the place you're re-heading to is closed for renovation or a holiday, then offer to take you somewhere even better. Spoiler alert, it's not better, and the original place was probably open all along. Always double-check information with official sources or your hotel. It's like when your friend tells you there's a better party down the street. Always verify before you ditch your original plans. Now, let's talk about shopping scams. Whether it's genuine pearls that are actually plastic or antique artifacts that were made last week, some vendors might try to sell you overpriced fakes. Stick to reputable shops, and if you're buying souvenirs, remember that super cheap isn't always a good sign. It's like buying a designer bag from a guy on the street. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. But how do these scams actually work? When a tourist falls for a scam, it often involves a mix of distraction, pressure, and playing on emotions. Scammers might create a sense of urgency, making you feel like you need to act now or miss out. They might appeal to your desire to be polite or your excitement about getting a great deal. This brings us to an important point: the historical context of tourism in the Philippines. When I first started in this industry, I found that tourism has been a double-edged sword for our country. On one hand, it brings in much-needed income and creates jobs. On the other, it can sometimes bring out the worst in people, both locals and tourists alike. The Philippines has a long history of welcoming visitors, from Chinese traders centuries ago to Spanish colonizers, and now tourists from all over the world. We're known for our hospitality. It's not just a stereotype, it's a point of pride for us. But with the rise of mass tourism, some individuals have unfortunately seen an opportunity to take advantage. Today, we're working hard to combat these issues. The government and tourism industry are implementing stricter regulations and promoting ethical tourism practices. We're standing on the shoulders of giants who probably got a bit sunburned along the way, but who've paved the path for better, safer tourism experiences. So, what's the takeaway from all this? While there are scams to watch out for, don't let them overshadow the incredible experiences waiting for you in the Philippines. Our country is more than just potential pitfalls. It's breathtaking landscapes, rich culture, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Whether you're island hopping in Palawan, exploring the rice terraces of Banao, or enjoying the nightlife in Manila, what's important is that you stay aware but open-hearted. Most Filipinos you'll meet are genuinely kind and helpful. And maybe, just maybe, you lines make some real local friends who lines show you the true meaning of Filipino hospitality without any hidden agendas. Well, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these tips. Have you ever encountered a scam while traveling? Or maybe you have a favorite memory from visiting the Philippines. If you enjoyed this guide to staying scam-free in the Pearl of the Orient Seas, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on more Filipino travel tips. Big thanks to my patrons for literally making this video happen. If you do like to support the channel and help me keep exploring the sunny and occasionally rainy corners of the Philippines, you know what to do. Until next time, keep your wits about you, your heart open. And remember, in the Philippines, the real treasure is the memories you'll make and the people you'll meet. Paalam at inggit. That's goodbye and take care in Filipino.